What's up, y'all? I got my new braids. My hair looked kind of crazy. I just wanted to put it on top of my head real quick because they hurt. They're so heavy. So quickly, I did these braids. The reason why I didn't go live last night is because I was trying to finish these. And I thought I would be done, but I wasn't, child. And when I tell you, as soon as I got done, I almost instantly regretted it because they're so heavy. They're so heavy. And I don't know, I guess I haven't had braids in a long time, so I forgot. Child, these braids so heavy, I almost want to take them right back down. And I'm not tender-headed at all. Like, I'm not tender-headed because I have really thick hair. But, child, these were so heavy, I was just like, do I really want these like that? But I already spent money on the hair, so I don't like to waste money, y'all. So, I'm just go ahead and go with it. Good to see you too, Lisa. How long did it take? Okay, so it took me, I did the rubber band method. Hey, Tara. So, honestly, I feel like it felt the longest to like part it and then put rubber bands on the individual sections. That took like 2 hours. And so me actually installing the braids probably took around 4 hours. So it really didn't even take me that long. The rubber band method is a lifesaver because usually it takes me like, shoot, 8, 9, 10 hours depending on how lazy I am. But yeah. Hey, Tara. Hey, Tracy. Thank you. Hey, it's Ray Ray. Thank you, Pink Vixen. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I mean, I love the way it looks. It's how it feels that bothers me, but I'm gonna work with it because I really don't feel like doing my hair at all right now. So um so before we get into last night's episode, as y'all know, I wanted to review this show from the beginning, but I took a break. So I guess what I'm gonna do is oh yeah, thank you, Lisa Marie. I actually sell these earrings on my website. So if you check out lavidarosastyle.com, I have a bunch of cute accessories like these. But thank you. These are actually one of my best sellers, by the way. So let me get into the episode. Well, not this episode. Let me just talk about the whole show in general. The whole show in general is actually, I like the fact that they have a show out there like this that is for black people. Because usually when you see shows like this, you know, it'll be mostly, you know, white people, and then you'll have like a few minorities sprinkled and you'll have a few black people. But I just really like the fact that these are black people, and not only that, but they're of a certain age. They're a little bit older, so we don't have all the complete triflingness. I mean, obviously you have these immature people that haven't grown up, but the men are respectful of the women. You know, sometimes on these shows the men do not respect these women at all. And I know in the past there has been some, but for the most part the men respect the women. I love to see black women get respected by black men, complimented by black men, uplifted by black men, you know what I'm saying? Desired by black men, because a lot of times I feel like we see black men, well, we see it online where black men have preferred other women. And so it's just nice to see black men want a black woman. It is. It is. And not all the women are light skin with curly hair. We have a lot of chocolates. We have a lot of rich, deep skin tones. It really was only like a couple of light skinned people, and I was like, and y'all probably looking at me like, well, Pinky, you're light skinned. I feel like a lot of times when you put like light skinned curly women on a show like this, they automatically gravitate towards them, even though they might not even be the best prospect or nicest person, or, you know, not even the most particularly interesting person, the men just go straight for them. And it's obviously because light skin, curly hair, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling the truth. Thank you. I'm just telling the truth because I know how that can be too. I know colorism exists. I like the range of melanin, Tracy. I love the range of melanin. It's not just one type of beautiful or just two types of beautiful. They have a range. It would be nice if they maybe brought in more body types than just the, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. Like Alexa, that's who I was talking about, girl. Cause I was like, why is everybody running after Alexis? She didn't have like particularly a great personality. I mean, she was pretty, but I feel like she was on the same level of pretty as the rest of the ladies there. So now you asking for too much. But that's who I was talking about, because I feel like she showed her true colors at the end, and she wasn't necessarily the best, didn't necessarily have the best character, and it's like, yeah, everybody's running after this girl, and she, I mean, what was so special? I mean, anyway, so overall, I like the premise. I like the premise of this season as well, that they're all in a resort. Obviously, they're doing this because of C-19, and they're trying to keep, you know, they don't want to spread anything around. I thought that was I really liked that they were responsible in that way. And second of all, I like the fact that they were in a place together, yet they had their own like hotel rooms, you know, because these people are grown. So, you know, they didn't put them like in like a house together. They gave them their own space to go to, and I like that. And I feel like they chose a nice range of people in general with different, you know, careers, different interests, and yeah, okay, now I'm rambling. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to go and give my quick opinion of everybody who's there right now. As far as this episode is concerned, Winter, I like Winter. I don't know if Winter has made a real connection with anybody yet. I feel like they're playing with Winter a little bit. I feel like every season there's a woman that I feel like is a genuinely good woman and genuinely wants love. Or maybe a couple of women or a couple of men like that. And it's like they're kind of overlooking her. They're not really, you know, giving her their all or making her their number one or priority. And I kind of feel bad for her because I feel like she is a nice woman, and she's shown herself to be sweet, but no one seems to be latching onto her like that. So, or really, you know, being serious. So I don't know. And it's like, this is getting down to the nitty gritty. So you should be making your choices, or at least showing where your interest is. Yeah, Winter is no one's number one. You know, I haven't spoken about Chris yet. It doesn't seem as if Winter has really connected with anyone as strange. She seems like a cat. Exactly. The more I watch, the more I like Denise, even though that's how I felt about Denise too. I'm gonna get to her, but I felt the same way. Simone has been a little bit, she's come on strong for the beginning, and I feel like, and I hate to say this, but you could kind of see why she is single, because I don't know if it's her lawyer tendencies, I don't know, but she comes off strong. She just be questioning people, like especially on this particular episode you saw it very clearly with her conversation with Edwin. And if y'all seen my past lives, I've said that I feel like Edwin is a catch, and I don't understand why no one has snatched him up yet, for real. But when you are asking someone about something traumatic or possibly traumatic, like their father not being in their life or being in the military and um, things like that. You have to be cautious and you have to be careful with their feelings because you don't know what landmine you're walking on. You know what I'm saying? And so for her to be talking over, you sure you're not over it? You might not be over it. You know, girl, you don't drill people with questions like that. And that's what I mean. I feel like her lawyer tendencies takes over because you have to handle people with delicacy and care when it comes to their feelings and their experiences, because you just don't know. She wouldn't let him talk, she wouldn't let him finish, and it was just a little bit it was team too much for me. And we gonna get to Edwin. I don't understand why no one's snatching up Edwin. Simone is 1 step forward, 10 steps back. Yes, they're playing with her. I think you're talking about Winter, but yeah. I totally agree with what you're saying because it's true. Black, lighter skinned women are portrayed to be better than dark skinned black women. They are, to be softer and, more demure, when that is not the case. I like how desperate she came. I don't like how desperate she came off in the last episode. The men saw right away. Yeah. Like, if you had been trying to get to know people the whole time, like genuinely trying, you wouldn't have to scramble. Simone came off as insecure. I think so. I think Simone realized she had a lot to work on. She was badgering the witness. Fedora, that's hilarious. She was badgering. She wouldn't let the man get no words out. And I was just like, girl. And so I could understand why she got sent home because, you didn't really make any genuine connections. And on top of that, you don't really know how to communicate in an effective way if you're going to overtalk somebody. And she, on past episodes, she said she's been in toxic relationships. So maybe being in those type of relationships has, trained her in a bad way when it comes to talking to people. So at least now she knows that she can go back and watch it and she could work on it. I watched the interview Simone did with another YouTuber yesterday and she spilled the tea. Don't they sign NDAs? I don't know, girl. What was she saying? But I think Edwin has something that he needs to deal with before he can get in a relationship. Possibly. Let's just go ahead and talk about Edwin then. So I do think that I like Edwin. If I were on this show, I would be going for Edwin. He would be my number one. I just didn't understand why people are just overlooking him. It seems like Joy has been like the main person that has been connected with him, but they still don't seem to have like a really strong connection. She's really, I feel like she's connected elsewhere and she's just like giving Edwin a chance. Edwin has a lot of emotional baggage he hasn't dealt with yet. I thought Edwin was in his 50s. Child, Edwin, he just got that salt and pepper hair. Sometimes people get that a little bit earlier. I do agree with that because I didn't know about his PTSD, or I guess maybe I didn't see it as serious as it actually was until this episode. I do like the fact that he's very aware about it. But obviously it is something very serious and he does need to get help with it. So I think if he really is serious about getting help, he can change that. But you might be right. It might not be time for him to be in a relationship because it's not fair to put all that baggage on someone else. And especially if that person has dealt with all of their baggage, it's not fair to put that on someone else to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he does. Maybe he didn't realize he needed to take time to get that together. He knows his PTSD and he communicates well, so I think he wants to work on it. Yeah, I do think he wants to. It can get overwhelming, to be honest. All he talks about is pain and trauma when he was being so deep and all. See, the thing is, I feel like he's just like maybe a serious person, but he does seem like he can, you know, have a little fun. We've seen him have a little fun, but you're right, he do seem like they're on a resort and you always want to talk about pain and try. I guess that, yeah, okay, I can see it. Especially if you're in it and you're not really seeing him outside of your interactions with him, you would probably be like, okay, I just don't feel like talking. I don't feel like getting into my childhood trauma right now. Okay, I can see that. I can definitely see that. What do you think about grown men with braces? Look, braces don't last forever. Like, how long do braces last? 2 years at the top? Like, I can deal with braces. I don't see anything. I see it as you trying to improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could have, like, some people are really insecure about their teeth. So if you're making an effort, and some women get really turned off by really bad, like, by crooked teeth. So I don't see a problem with that. It looks like a permanent retainer. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Maybe so. I don't. It doesn't bother me personally though. Joy wants Jay, not Edwin. She's just being nice to him. Jay is attractive like a chocolate Ken doll in my opinion. Jay isn't ready for a real relationship. Well, we can move on to Jay. I don't really know much about Jay, to be honest. Like, we only really seen him interact with Winter and Joy. He kind of comes off a little bit, I don't know, bland. I don't think he's a bad person, and if Joy enjoys him, fine. But I don't know. I don't feel one way or another about Jay. Let me see what y'all saying. I wish they would do challenges like cooking and answering deep questions so they can get deeper into how these people really are. Yeah, that would be better than just regular dates. I mean, y'all are there together. Let's try to do something more interesting. I feel like it would make the show more interesting too. I still don't trust Jay. Jay is a mystery. So why are y'all feeling this way about Jay? Because I don't really even get nothing at all from him. Simone said in the room with the other ladies and Tommy, Winter said that Edwin raised his voice at her, so she was vocal about him wanting to go home. I do remember that, but was that on camera? Because I don't remember him raising his voice. I remember him from Welcome to Sweetie Pies. I don't think I ever heard a genuine conversation with Jay. Like, I just don't get anything at all. I don't get any sort of substance from Jay. Like, he's so smooth with his words. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're not getting the real Jay. Maybe that's it. Because he doesn't necessarily come off genuine. Salesman? No, it wasn't on camera, so who knows? Yeah. Jay is so boring. He playing with Winter Joy. I feel that way too. Like, it just doesn't register. He's a realtor. I don't know, y'all. And maybe he's like trying to portray, you know, some people are not natural on camera. Like, they're just hyper aware of being on camera. This is going to be on TV. A lot of people are going to see this. So maybe he's not comfortable with the cameras. I don't know. But he just doesn't come off as sincere. Jay is playing with Winter, and she seems to really like him. He definitely playing with Winter, though. Yeah, because he wants Joy. He wants Joy, but I feel like he's trying to make sure he at least connects with one other person so that he can secure his spot. So that's a little fake. Because I feel like he doesn't genuinely want her, and she genuinely is like, you know, trying to show him that she likes him, and he's not really truly sincerely giving her the attention. It don't seem sincere to me. Okay, so let's get into Joy. Oh, he was on several episodes of Welcome to Sweetie Pies when they were opening a restaurant. Winter needs to go and take Alex with her. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Joy since we mentioned her. You know, Joy, she's really pretty, really pretty hair. She seems to be really connecting with Dang, I just said his name. Jay. And she's, you know, been giving Edwin a chance. I think Edwin kind of turned her off this episode with the PTSD. I think she's just gonna be going with Jay at this point. I feel the same way with this discount Tay. Why y'all keep calling him that? Jay doesn't want to come off like a jerk, so he's being nice by entertaining Winter. Joy is so feminine. She is. Is it a wig? I don't think so, because I went to her Instagram, and usually when I just wanted to see whether it was a wig, so I scrolled all the way down her page, and I saw where her hair was like shorter and shorter. But yeah, and her hair, I saw her with a blowout. So I believe it's her hair. Now if she's just that calculated where she gets short, like longer and longer pieces or more and more pieces, then more power to her. But I believe that's her real hair. She might have extensions, she might, but I think the majority of that is her hair, if I'm not mistaken. I'm usually pretty good about spotting that stuff, but I could be fooled just like anybody else. But yeah, there's not much to say about Joy. I mean, I feel like she was, you know, she has a nice personality. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and Joy is beautiful and comes off as cool girl. She know Jay wants her. She might, but it looks real. She's a catch. Yeah. And she seems like she's done the work on herself to, you know, be a better woman. Let's talk about Anthony. Anthony is another one who is not anybody's number one necessarily. I feel like people are kind of using him as you know, a backup. The women on the show seem too good for the men. A little bit. He's a floater. Hey, LL. Yeah, he's a floater. I wish he would actually take Winter seriously and try a little bit harder, because they seem like they could be a good couple, but you know, he's not. I don't even know if he's taking this whole experience serious enough, honestly, for me, because he just seemed to be too go with the flow. He don't seem to really be like going hard for anybody. Thank you, girl. Oh, it's they so heavy. They so heavy. I keep forgetting about it. And he's kind of forgettable. He is kind of forgettable. Yeah, yeah. Everyone is a look-alike on this show. Anthony looks like will.i.am. You are crazy. He knows Denise wants Khalfani. Exactly. I mean, I understand why he's not pursuing her too hard. Facts, especially since Denise called him buddy. Anthony gives me abandonment vibes. He's been hurt. Could be. He seems like a nice enough guy. He's attractive. But yeah, I feel like the only person there that possibly he could really make a connection with is Winter. And if he's not really feeling her, then why are you here? He do need to be more forward. I mean, if you really want her, you need to like actively pursue her and, you know, trying to see what she's about. Yeah, I feel like Alex gonna go next. What's up, Cliff? Winter makes him do the work. I know, but I don't think Khalfani will pick Denise. Ooh. Anthony gives friend energy. I'm good at the likes and putting things. You are good at that, girl, because he really do like will.i.am. Okay, who else? Let's just get Rasheed and Adriana out the way. I really like Rasheed. I like Adriana. I feel like they're each other's number ones, but it almost seems a little bit superficial, just a little bit. It seemed a little bit superficial. I feel like Rasheed got a bad rap in the beginning. I think he might come off a little strong because he has a big personality. He's a Kappa. So, you know, I feel like Denise kind of like judged him too harshly, too quickly, because he reminded her of someone that did her terribly, a narcissist. But I think it's wrong to slap the label of narcissist on people. I think it's kind of trendy to do that. But unless the person has been diagnosed as a narcissist, we could say he has narcissist tendencies, but you can't just slap the label of narcissist on somebody. um yeah, I feel like he got judged too harshly, too quickly, because like at this point no one has really said too many negative things about him. So and let me see what y'all are saying. Denise messed my perception of Rasheed too early. Rasheed is cool, but Adriana is really feeling Khalfani. She is. That's why I kind of feel like their connection might be a little bit superficial, because she's being drawn in by Khalfani, and I feel like if she thinks that Khalfani will choose her, she would choose him. Rasheed didn't even give off narcissistic vibes though. He was just trying too hard to impress. Yeah, I think he was just making his personality, probably over exaggerating it and being loud and, you know, trying to socialize, because you don't want to be the first one to go home. So, you know, but I think he's a nice guy. He seems like he got his head on straight. He seems like, you know what I'm saying, he seems cool. I like his personality. He would be somebody that I will gravitate towards too. Adriana seems like she has some tension with Khalfani. Choose Rasheed and go. What's the hump at the top of Adriana's hair, girl? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like her hair ain't all the way laying down. I don't know. I don't know though. I don't know. She's really pretty though. Yeah. She seems a little bit superficial though. A little bit. But Rasheed is like 10 years older than her. Okay. She's like what, her early 30s? She might know what she wants. I don't like Adriana. She's playing quirky ditzy girl too much. Like she has no personality. She gives me a little bit of Portia with less personality, like Portia Williams from Real Housewives. She gives me how Portia portrays herself as ditzy, but I don't really think Portia is ditzy. I think Portia pretends to be that way because, you know, that's her character. But from this season, we could tell that she actually is pretty deep. She has a deepness to her. So I think maybe sometimes when people first meet other people, they kind of don't want to give their real selves, so they kind of give off a little bit of a character. And I kind of feel like Adriana is like that a little bit, just a little bit, because it comes off as a little bit superficial. But what she that's the cheerleader part of her. Khalfani does nothing for me. I guess we can move on to Khalfani real quick. But let me read this comment. Khalfani does nothing for me personally, so I really don't see what Adriana or Denise see. They see them big guns. They see them big guns. They see them, their six pack. They see them shoulders. I mean, he is attractive. He is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he is. She probably does do that to appeal to male ego. But yeah, Khalfani, like, aside from the physical, he does seem like he's, you know, like a manly man. He seems like a provider. He seems like a decent guy. He does come off like he's a good guy. So I think besides the looks, I think he just seems like he would be like that alpha male. He seemed like the guy that the women would go after, because he just looks really strong, and you know, women like that sort of look. So that doesn't surprise me. So his relationship with Denise seems to be, I don't know, maybe they'll pick it back up, but this episode they didn't seem to really interact too much. He seems to have his sights set on Adriana, and I think he'll be able to snatch up Adriana from Rasheed if he really wanted to. I really think he could, and I think he knows it. I think there's more to Rasheed than what we've seen. Me too. Me too. I like how Khalfani's energy. He seems really good spirited and emotionally mature. He does seem like he's fun and like he knows what he wants and that he's not playing any games. I didn't get a chance to watch the interview yet. Glad to see he's a good guy. Khalfani is cool, but he seems very surface. Khalfani is over Denise. Y'all think so? Y'all think he's over her? She did kind of like, girl, and let's just get to Denise. I mean, when I first saw Denise, I did not like her at all. I was so over her. I was just like, girl, you doing too much. You're coming off too strong. And then we heard her story, and it softened me up to her a bit because it kind of showed me that she has a wall up for a reason. She's been, I guess, emotionally abused in the past, and so maybe that causes her to be so callous and, you know, tough exterior. So I softened up to her a little bit because I saw more of her personality, and she seems like she's a sweet person, and we've seen her get a little bit vulnerable, but this whole thing of her being jealous of Adriana and, like, you know, giving her the cold shoulder, staring at them like with this cold look from across the room, it's like, girl, this is what y'all here to do. This is what y'all signed up for. Y'all signed up for this. You can't handle it? Like, girl, calm down. And then you show your hand so much to the point where you actually let them see you be jealous, to the point where he had to pull you aside and address you about, like, girl. I'm sorry. Maybe I have too much pride. I couldn't let no man let me see be. I can't even get it out. I couldn't let no man see me be that jealous. I just could not. I couldn't. I couldn't. I just couldn't. I want you to, I'd rather you think I'm like, you know, even if I really feel jealous, I'm just going to let myself cool, calm. Don't even have to grab nobody. I'm good. I feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Especially someone of that age. I hate to see that because it comes off as a little thirsty, and you don't have to be thirsty over him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other people here that you could be getting to know. Like, seriously, instead of just using Anthony as like a pawn, like, you could be really getting to know him. He was rubbing on her. Yeah, he was. He was. I think she trying to get back in his good graces. He says, stop being possessive. I'm glad he checked her. Me too. Because that could be a problem later on. I need Denise to win. I'm rooting for her. I am too. Denise is entirely too territorial, but I like her. I like her too because I feel like she, at the end of the day, she's like independent. She's, you know, strong. But I want her to, you know, be a little bit more vulnerable with him. But don't be that territorial because that's a turn off for anybody. I'm trying to like Denise. I guess I'm a late bloomer. What annoys me about Denise is that she thinks everyone is disrespecting her, and I'm like, girl, I want Denise to win, but her attitude can be stank, and we know she can be different as we see her with Anthony. True. Still like her. It's a dating show. You're supposed to date other people. It's those dark-skinned defenses. She needs some self-esteem. That's my mama, y'all. I wish Denise hadn't done that. It was kind of embarrassing. It was, y'all. I don't like to show my hand like that. Yeah, she was showing all her cards. She's pressed. I feel sorry for anyone that has suffered abuse, but I didn't like how she said she went missing for 4 days as if the man had her hiding in a dungeon. you'll be surprised when someone has you mentally, they might as well have you physically as well. I just put it like that. Denise is too fine to be acting. She is, y'all. She looks so much like Issa Rae to me. She looks like a more mature looking Issa Rae. She is gorgeous. Yes, she's tripping all the while she can actually be cool. Denise is beautiful. She has an aggressive energy that could be turned off. I want Denise to win, but she needs to stop going so hard for Khalfani. Yeah. I think if she would ease up a little bit and let him chase after her, I think that would draw him into her more, honestly. In my experience, when you let ease up and let the man come to you, it just, I don't know, it's just a better situation. So who's left? Oh, Alex. And what's that man name? I'm glad he went home. What's his name? Brian. I'm surprised she lasted this long. I am too. I thought she was gonna leave early. I really did. I think Khalfani might have saved her. He probably got chose. He probably got chose Adriana just because of that until she gets with Rasheed. Yeah. So he probably, yeah, you're probably right. I think they're keeping her for ratings. Brian, I'm so glad Brian got sent home. Brian was a box of rocks. Like, do you think you're getting stronger or weaker? Streaker. You're too immature. Get out. Get out. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. If you're going to play a childish game like that and be serious, dead serious, and not really answer the question, it's one thing to tell a corny joke, but it's another one to actually be serious about being that elusive. You're not funny. It's not cute. Grow up. He should have been win. I think the only reason why he's still there is because Alex had been saving him, and he had a hair hat. That was a lace front. Alex could not hide her dislike because he turned out to be a jerk, and I feel like she kind of, I felt bad for her because she kind of fell for him and didn't really give too many other people a chance and kind of got branded as his girl at the end of the day. And so I feel like she's going to end up going home next week. But y'all, that's a lace front? That's a lace front, y'all. Hold on. That's a lace front. I don't know. He did it though. It was lifting. You could see the mesh. What? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I definitely think Alice going home next. She didn't make no effort to get to know anybody else. Discount Winston Duke. I'm glad they saw how awful he was. Brian was fine, and he was all. See, at first he was fine, but see, your personality can make people see clearly. Because I feel like he wasn't that attractive from the beginning, but before then he was a little bit. You know, you didn't know him. He was okay, but then when he started talking, it's like, never mind. Y'all, was that really a hairpiece? I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch it. A hairstylist said it's definitely a unit. Personality definitely can turn you off, and it definitely can make you ugly. Everybody liked him in the beginning. I think Alexis fell for it because didn't he kiss her like on the first or second episode? So I feel like he drew her in early. Them edges were too dense. Y'all are killing me. Okay. You know what? Now that I look at it, that is a piece. Oh my goodness. I wanted Alex to get her wig done. Yeah, Alex had a little hair problem too. Y'all, it is. Go to the OWN network website and look at his cast photo. I don't know if it's gonna come up clear enough, but y'all, that is not real. That is not real. I was fooled. I was duped. I wonder if they could tell in person that beard was sprayed in. I would like Alex and Edwin to talk. That would be interesting. You got. You know what though? I'm not mad at men wearing. I'm not mad at men doing that, honestly. The only problem that I would really have though is I don't know if men know how to take care of units. So they probably would start to come up. Would he know how to reapply it if it came on? Is men don't seem like they know how to care for that sort of thing. So see, like a woman, if our wigs start to come up, I feel like for the most part, we kind of know what to do. Get you some that got to be spray, or get you some glue and you could kind of glue it back down yourself. You could look up a YouTube video. We're resourceful like that. We've had to be with our hair. But men, it just seemed like they're a little bit different. I don't know. His beard was mad greasy. His beard was too perfect. Looked like a yarmulke with an afro glued. So let me ask y'all, are y'all against man units? Are y'all against that? Would you be mad if your man wore one? I would prefer you just to go bald. I want you to just go bald, period. Cause I like baldness. I just think bald heads look good, especially, you know, black men rock bald heads like nobody else. So just go ahead and go bald. But you're against it? I used to be completely against it, but I think, you know, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if my man wanted to do, because I know about hair, so I could probably help him keep it up. So I wouldn't be completely against it, but I would prefer bald. I don't like male units. Something about them just don't sit right with me. I don't want to go to the hair salon with my man. You can get it. He can get it done at the barbershop. Barbers know how to do it now. It's fine, but just make it look nice. Ain't nothing wrong with a bald head. That's how I feel. Yes, go bald, please. I would much rather you go bald. Much rather. I like bald heads. Just cut it off. No male units. But you know what? At the end of the day, black men have made fun of women wearing weaves for years and 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 years.